Now, a lot of people have asked me if there's a way to warp multiple tracks at once, and there is. And I did it in this session actually. Let me take just the drums here. I'm going to solo all my drum tracks. So with these drums, I recorded them with many different mics. And what I wanted to do was warp them to the beat so that I had my metronome in time. We did not record this to a click. So this is just the drummer playing. Okay, now he's dead on the tempo. But it was not recorded that way. What I did is I went through and I linked all of these tracks. This is something we're going to talk more about in just a second. But select all of the drum tracks, and then I'm going to right click or control click link tracks. Okay, so now you see this little chain link next to them. This is new, by the way, in Live 11 that you could do this. So with them all linked, I can warp them all at once. And all I did was look at the kick part, because in this he happens to just ride on the kick on the quarter notes. So I lined all of those kicks up, right? So that every downbeat was right on where it needed to be. And I was able to do that without warping every single quarter note, but instead just every downbeat. That got everything pretty much lined up. And it's okay to have a little bit of flexibility, especially in a track like this, because it's jazz and you want it to sound like a human and not a drum machine. So by warping all of them, that put warp markers in all of the parts. So if I go down to look at, let's look at the snare top, for example. Right, like it's got warp markers on all the downbeats. And so everything basically warps together the same amount so that it stayed together but conformed to the beat. So now I got everything on the grid, on the beat, so that I can warp everything else and start working on tightening up all of the horns. So you do this with linked tracks, and we'll talk more about linking tracks in just a minute.